Hello everyone, welcome to this Sims 3 house design video. So today I am here in Plymouth Isle, which is a world that I created completely from scratch. If you haven't yet, you can check out that series on my channel. You can also download the world. There's a link in the description below, so if you want to download the world and, place this house in your own game, you can. There's a link in the description as well to download the house. This house is built on lot number 42. So it's right next to the house that I did last time, which was Modern Hillside. And this one I'm calling Contemporary Diagonal House because I built this house on a diagonal. So when I started off here, I actually didn't go entirely on a diagonal. So I do change it a little bit to make it so it is all diagonal. But yeah, so as you can see here, I am getting it in. And this lot is also on a hill, very much like the last house was. It's kind of across the street from Seashell Starter, which I did like a week ago, and it overlooks the ocean because you can kind of see, over the, top of that house, and you can kind of see the, ocean there, which is nice. But yeah, this house ends up having 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, so it's, a very, very nice even, not even, 3 is an odd number, but I mean, like there's the nice ratio there of bedrooms to bathrooms, so every bedroom has a full bathroom that goes along with it, which is very nice. And yeah, and there's going to be a living room and a dining room and a kitchen, obviously, but that's pretty much all that there is in this house. There's not like any bonus rooms and stuff. It's smaller than the last house that I did, but also very modern. This house ends up costing about 130,000 simoleons, so I think that's a pretty good price for what it is. I mean, not that I really, pay attention to the price when I build it. I'm just an observation. But yeah, anyway, here you can see what I actually ended up doing with this one. I used the foundation to make the different levels, which I guess I could have done with the last house, but because I didn't really know what shape I wanted and stuff, I built it out of walls last time, but technically it functioned as a foundation would. This one I went for a foundation mainly because it's easier to do to make those columns, because you can see basically there's columns that are supporting the house, so it kind of, like goes out, or like, it's just not suspended. I don't know. It's, it projects out over the ground and over the hillside, which I thought was kind of cool. And then at the back of the house, it goes, into the ground. So the house is actually 2 stories, but there is like an entrance that's underneath the house. Like the entrance to the house is on what like is kind of the ground floor, I guess, and then there's the main floor and the second floor. And there's no real like room down there. It's basically just a front door, a staircase, and I put the laundry room down there, but that's basically all that there is on the bottom level of the house. And then the main floor has like the living room, dining room, kitchen. There's also a bedroom and bathroom there. And then the top level has 2 more bedrooms and 2 more bathrooms, and then also the access to the backyard because of course the house is on a hill, so only the very top floor has like a back door on it that can get to the backyard. But yeah, I was gonna add like another level on, but I wasn't sure. I mean, right now I wasn't a big fan of how the house was looking, so that's why I ended up changing it and making it all diagonal, which you'll see in a bit, because I felt like it looked weird having like it half diagonal and half not. So I do change that. But here you can kind of get an idea of where it's located there. You can see I zoomed out a little bit. You can see the previous house right there next door, so that kind of gives you an idea of where it is. But yeah, it's also the schools right up the hill there. And again, just like with the other house, you can see the road up there doesn't have a guardrail, so just hope that everyone's paying attention and no one accidentally drives off the hill and into the backyard of this house. That would be unfortunate. But anyway, here actually is where I start to change the shape. I make it all diagonal. So the entire outside of the house is on a diagonal, and then the inside, I mean, most of the rooms are diagonal, not all of them. Like the first floor, the bathroom is not on a diagonal, and of course the stairs, you can't place stairs on diagonals. So the stairs look like they're on a diagonal in relationship to the rest of the house, because of course the rest of the house is on a diagonal. But when you look at it, when you like rotate the camera so the house looks normal, the stairs look like they're on a diagonal, which is kind of fun. But yeah, for the most part, the house is on a diagonal. So, obviously it's quite challenging to get that to work, and, especially with some of the floor plan, because some of the rooms are kind of a funky shape, but it turns out fine. So, I mean, I like the way it turns out. And I thought I would do something, a little different with this house. I wanted to do something, more unique. So That's where I decided to make it on a diagonal. Anyway, here you can see what's happening with the roof now. So this is what it ends up looking like. I'm sure you saw in the thumbnail. So, this though is, you can see now how it all came together. It's also like a little balcony right there, just because, I don't know, I thought it looked interesting. But yeah, we have like this metal roof. I think this roof is from, what is it? Is it Aurora Skies? I always forget like what the name of that world is. I want to say it's like Aurora Heights, but maybe it's Aurora Skies. It's that store world that's like based off of Iceland. And I think this roof is from that world. It's like a metal roof. I didn't want to use the same, because like the base game only has like the metal roof that I used on the last house, and I really didn't want them to have the same roof. So I went with this one for this house, which is like a dark gray, almost a black roof. So yeah, and you can see I also went with the half gable roofs as well. That kind of has like the really big overhang there over that like front balcony. So that's nice. And that front balcony that has the roof overhang, it faces the ocean, but it's attached to the master bedroom. So the master bedroom has this really nice balcony, which is cool. So yeah. Anyway, right now I'm just starting on the floor plan on the inside. So essentially you can see the stairs coming in there. You can see that one bathroom that is not on a diagonal, but then the rest of the rooms are. So we have a bedroom and bathroom right there that I just kind of worked out. In the back is the kitchen. And then I'm going to add on an addition to the house so I can fit a dining room in, because I was originally going to put the living room and dining room in the same space, but it really wasn't a very big space. So I decided to add on to the house a little bit so I could fit a dining room in. Right there we have the master bedroom and bathroom, and in the back is another bedroom. And then the funky room right now that's in the back corner by the stairs, I was going to make it a bedroom, but I decided to make it a bathroom, and I needed to make access to the backyard, and that small balcony by the stairs is where I ended up doing that, because I had to make, where the stairs go, not on a diagonal, so I kind of had to tweak it. But anyway, I had to rearrange the walls there. So it ends up being a bathroom. So yeah, that's where you get your 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Anyway, here I am adding in the little area so you can get out, off the house into the backyard. So I have this area here that's not on a diagonal, so I can get some stairs on it. I did make it like tiered, because there had to be 3 separate staircases, because there's all these different levels that are kind of all like sandwiched up, like really short levels here, because that's what happens when you build a house into a hillside. So here you can see I have those different stairs that kind of go down, the little tiers there that go down to what will be the backyard. But to get a door out to there, I had to rearrange the walls here, because as you can see, there's no way to get a door there. So I end up, making that bedroom into a bathroom, and then I was able to have enough room to get a door. Anyway, I believe that's all actually, I have to add the dining room, but that's all the constrained floor elevation shenanigans, I think. That area just flattened out is going to be the backyard. I'm going to put a retaining wall there so that it's a usable space, because right now, of course, it's kind of ugly, and if I didn't do that, it would just be a hillside that wasn't particularly useful. Anyway, there I got the stairs to the house in, and then, so originally, because the house ended up being really close to one side of the lot, I had space over here. It's like, oh, I'll build a shed, why not? But then when I expand the house to add in the dining room, first that helped even the house out a little bit, because it was so far over to one side in the lot, but also then, the shed was kind of in the way, so I got rid of that. Anyway, here, getting in some windows now, some windows and doors. So I'm using these, it's basically the same windows I used on the last house, although I do get in some different smaller windows. So not those ones, but there's also from University Life, it's that one there, which kind of matches the larger windows with kind of like the main, pane, and then like the smaller one at the top. But anyway, here, getting in the door, so there's the back door, and then there's another door to that other balcony, and also some more windows around. But yeah, so those are all the windows, I believe, for the most part. And so this is the kitchen right here. So of course the kitchen's all on a diagonal except for that one wall, which I actually don't end up putting anything on, I don't think. So basically I just had to squeeze in the cabinets I used to move objects and disable snapping 2 slots on Alt on, which is a very long cheat, but that basically lets you place cabinets wherever you want, as long as you're holding down Alt and using move objects. Anyway, here, I couldn't really get upper cabinets because those don't work with the snapping cheat. That doesn't really affect them. So instead I put these shelves in from into the future. So it's kind of like an open shelving, modern kitchen. And I actually really like how it turns out. And of course, you'll see that at the end in the screenshots in better detail how that looks. But I think it looks quite nice. Anyway, right now I'm just getting in some railings and stuff, adjusting some walls up here and some windows and things like that. And what's next? So yeah, you can see here, this is that area there off the kitchen is the living room. And then I'll add the dining room because there really isn't that much space as is. Right now I'm going to add the laundry room down here because there really wasn't any space in the rest of the house for laundry. So I decided to put it here. It's kind of inconvenient because it's all the way down all these stairs, like away from all the bedrooms and stuff, but it was really where it fit because I didn't want to have to take up more space elsewhere in the house for that. So yeah. Anyway, right now I'm going to expand the house here. So yeah, this is going to essentially be the dining room. Of course, this is also on a diagonal, kind of, juts out of the house over here. And I'm also going to make it kind of elevated above the ground using these pillars, these foundation chunks, if you will. So those kind of support that area. And then it looks, what's the word? It just, it looks like a little bit more interesting. And, you can see the hillside that way as opposed to it being all masked by this large foundation. But anyway, that's the dining room there. I just added in. It's only one story. There's no second floor above that. And then I removed these extra columns here. So it kind of just is supported by the two at the end there. And yeah, so that's where the dining room goes. And then there's this little balcony area here. I actually ended up making it smaller. And then I put a little grill out there. So it's a grill at the all the way at the back of the house, but also there's one right there on that smaller balcony. So it's right next to the kitchen and dining room. So I guess if your Sims want to grill something and eat it right there in the dining room, they don't have to go all the way upstairs and outside. So yeah, anyway, here I was getting in some trees around the house. I do most of the landscaping near the end, but I was looking at some trees right now, and I think I put that off for later. But yeah, also just fixing up some of the flooring here. This is the master bedroom right here. I do end up adding closets into these bedrooms. It just took me a little while to figure it out because of the diagonal situation. That one already has a closet. But yeah, this is one of the full bathrooms right there. As you can see, all the bathrooms are full bathrooms. And here's another bathroom right here. And adding a little window in to this bathroom, which was really putting up a fight. But yeah, anyway. And now I'm going to look into getting in the stone. So yeah, the house is going to be made out of 3 materials. I have stone, which you can kind of see here. And then I'm also going to use white stucco, and then also this kind of green siding as well, kind of as a pop of color. So right now I'm getting in the siding. It's actually kind of a very light gray, and just covering the house with that. So just getting that on. And then I'm also going to get the siding on here, which I think I use this siding from Ambitions, which I don't tend to use. I think I used it on Indigo Craftsman, but this one, I changed the color of it so it's not white. And it kind of is this dark green color. It's like a dark, it's not even that desaturated. It's kind of, adds a nice bit of color to the house. I just used it right there on that one half on the right side. But yeah, so that is the exterior colors down. Right now I'm going to go through and recolor the windows and doors. So I went with white for this house, and I'm just going to, go around and do all of that. And of course, all the half wall railings and stuff, I'm going to recolor those as well. But yeah, looks pretty good. I really like the way this house looks. I think it turned out quite nicely. Very modern, of course, as you can see. But yeah, it's recoloring the railings here, all the railing tops and things, and that one for some reason wouldn't recolor, so I had to replace it, but that's fine. And coming inside, doing the same thing to the interior ones, and also all the interior doors, and the front door there, and the laundry room door, and the upstairs doors, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, also getting a shower in this bathroom, because for some reason I didn't do that earlier. And then right here, this is the master bathroom. So getting in double sinks here, and then a corner shower, and then also a separate tub. So those are right there like that. But anyway, right now I'm going to get in some more windows here, and this is the dining room area. So I'm getting in a dining table with that glass one, I believe. And also there's the chairs. So you can see that fits the dining table pretty well. And then over here, I decided to make this the living room. So getting in a kind of bookshelf, because there's this weird protruding column there. So it looks kind of like a built-in bookshelf. And then there's the living room furniture, so you can kind of see how without adding on to the house, there wasn't really going to be much room for a dining room. But here I just made this balcony a little bit smaller, so I just kind of expanded. I had a little trouble saying that word. Expanded the upstairs balcony, and then also that one right there, because I wanted to fit like a little office area in, so I kind of used that space for that. I moved the door originally into the kitchen, but then there was like so little light coming into the kitchen because for some reason the door, despite being glass, doesn't let in as much light as a window. So I ended up moving the door back into the living room and putting a window in the kitchen so the kitchen gets some more natural light. Anyway, right now I'm getting in a front walkway that leads up to the house. This house doesn't have a garage or any kind of car parking spot. I just didn't really want to do it. Wasn't really a great place to do it, so I didn't do it. And I don't think it's that necessary. Of course, especially in The Sims, you really don't need a car because your sim can just summon a taxi at any moment, so really not a big deal. Anyway, here's where I move that door and then put a window in the kitchen and then put the desk right there. So at least that's a good spot to have a computer so your sims can do computer tasks, whatever they need to do. Anyway, here I'm recoloring these wall pieces so I can get some wallpaper, paint, whatever. Get some paint in here. And then also we have some nice floor. What's kind of cool about the houses that are on diagonals is the wood floors are obviously not, so they look like it in relation to the house. So that's always kind of cool. Anyway, here just doing some stuff with the furniture. I think I like recolored the wood on the furniture in the living room like 5 times. I don't know. I had trouble deciding what I wanted for that, but I also recolored the wood floors there as well. And yeah, so here I'm just going to go through and recolor the couches and stuff. I love these couches. These are from some store set. I can't remember what it is in particular, but I think you can get the couches separately. I don't think you have to get the whole set, but I could be wrong about that. And I think the coffee table is from the same set as the couches and the chair. But I really like them. I use them in almost all my modern house. I mean, if you watch all my house design videos, I use the same couches a lot. So like my modern houses, these ones here are kind of the go-tos. And then for my other houses, I have like my go-tos for them as well, because I just like certain pieces of furniture, so I just go with them. Anyway, here is the dining room area. So we have that dining table, which I think is from Showtime, and then those chairs I believe are base game. And then I was going to put the desk over in the hallway, but there wasn't really enough space, so the desk is right there in the living room. And then I'm also getting in I got that little CD stack in the corner there, so I don't usually use that object, but there it is. And it's also like another bookshelf over there, but against the wall, the kind of glass one. And what else? I think I'm going to get some rugs in. It's probably a good thing to have. So getting in some rugs now and going for more of kind of like a more modern looking pattern for them. So I have this kind of like box pattern. I don't even know what to call that. It's kind of this like tile pattern. Not really tiles, but it kind of looks like tiles, I guess. Anyway, I got that pattern on that rug there. Very light color though, which is nice. Also some lamps and stuff. As for the windows, I use these curtains, which are, again, these are a store item. I use them in a lot of my starter homes because they're very inexpensive, but they work well because like curtains and blinds get very funky on like these long diagonal windows. So since these are kind of able to be placed individually, they work a little bit better. And then I use some blinds on the single wide windows because the curtains would just completely block them. And I still wanted to have some like natural light and stuff, so I didn't want to cover those up. But anyway, here I got the desk stuff in, so that's the desk right there all set up. And then I also got like a little stereo over here, which is nice. So it's kind of like part way between the living room and dining room. Also some stuff there on the coffee table, some plants in the corner. And I think that's mostly it for that living room, dining room area. So next I'm going to move on to the kitchen here. So the kitchen, I actually went in the different direction than I usually do. Usually I make all the cabinets wooden, even in houses where I make them white, I still like have a wood texture. These I just straight up went for like this kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a laminate or just like a solid material. Kind of finish on the cabinets, which I thought was a little different. And I love the open shelves. I think those look really good, especially in the corner like that with the kind of the 3 levels. And here I'm getting in some tiles on the walls. I went with like white and it's kind of like dark bluish gray. And then the floors, I got in this pattern, which I think is from Late Night, and it's kind of like these isometric cubes. At least that's kind of what it looks like. Or yeah, I think that's pretty much what those are. So got those in, and then also a little microwave there. And what else? I was looking for something else, but I didn't really put anything else in there over there. Anyways, a little trash can, and then a little mat on the floor. And what else? I think I'm going to change out the lights actually. So I got different lights in here. and some different lights in the hallways, getting some, not really different, but putting lights in the hallways in that bedroom there. I don't think I ended up leaving any lights in the bedrooms besides lamps. I don't think I put ceiling lights in the bedrooms, but anyway, also getting in some details in here. So there's a little bit of paper towels, and I got some stuff on the shelves. I put the yellow horse in here, which I think is one of the first times I put the yellow horse in the kitchen. Usually that ends up in a living room or office or something, but yeah, there it is. And I got like a little fish bowl and stuff like that. But I think that's pretty much it for the kitchen. So I'm coming over here now to this hallway. I'm recoloring the stairs now as well, the wooden stairs, so they kind of match the flooring. And yeah, this little hallway, it kind of ends there in that balcony, and there's access to a bedroom and a bathroom here as well. And as you can see, the staircase is quite interesting because there's a freeze level that's between the main floor, like the entrance floor, and then the upper floor. I kind of have this like little landing where you kind of come up the stairs and you can go forward, which goes up 4 steps, or the other way, which goes up a different 4 steps. You can kind of see that there. It's a little bit funky, but it was really the best I could do with the space there. Anyway, this is the only room in the house that doesn't have any diagonal walls. This bathroom here is kind of a normal 3x2 bathroom. Nothing crazy here. No diagonals or anything. And you can see it's this one little part of the house that is not diagonal. But yeah, I got your tub shower combo in here, your sink, your toilet, and then some towels as well. And then in the hallway, I just got a little mirror, and I used an object here that I've never used before. This like little table that I think is from Diesel stuff. It's very strange, like cover or top on it, but it kind of was like the perfect size for that area. I kind of wish it was just like a wooden top, but you know, it fit there, so I used that. I've never used that object before. I very rarely use Diesel stuff objects because they're all kind of weird, but anyway, there you go. I usually use the lamps, I think, from Diesel stuff more than anything else, but there you go. And I just kind of put some lights there in that little hallway, or like the little stairway area, so it's not super dark in that freeze level. And I'm also going to get in some stuff here in the entrance. So this is kind of where you enter the house. You basically just got some plants there, the staircase, and this is the laundry room, which is obviously not really located in a convenient location because it's all the way down here. A lot of stairs to go down to get to it, but is kind of where I could fit it in. So you got your washer dryer, utility sink, a little towel there, you can use for washing your hand or drying your hands, and then just some clutter items there on the shelf. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Anyway, right now, moving on to, I believe, the master bedroom and master bathroom, probably. So I went with more of a green color scheme here. And as you can see, this room is entirely not diagonal. There's no normal walls in here. They're all diagonal walls. So getting in the bed, I went with kind of like a gray, dark bluish gray, I guess. It's kind of just dark gray, I guess, and white. And then I have these mirrored side tables, which are kind of fun. I also got a mirror over the bed as well, and the view from this room is quite nice, which I think I have that in the screenshots as well. Anyway, my solution for the closets was to do this, which you can see is a little funky looking, but they do fit, like the clothes fit in there. I just had to, squeeze them in, but I just like having closets, even though they are entirely pointless. They're just decorative. It just, real houses, you're always going to have a closet, I feel like, for the most part. Most houses have a closet in every bedroom, so I like to have that. So, of course, you can down the house and remove them if you don't like them because they are a little strange, but that's what I did. It just was the best way I could do it with the diagonal walls, because the diagonal walls kind of don't play nice with like adding small little rooms and stuff, so it's a little bit, unique. But anyway, those are the furniture I believe that I put in this room, and there's a little rug there under the bed, and I put some stuff on the dresser here, so like just some decorative items, and then also some plants. But anyway, moving on now to the master bathroom. So the master bathroom is fairly large, as you can see, and it has a nice amount of natural light in here as well. We have the dual sinks, and then there's like a separate tub and shower, and a very fancy tub. I think it's one of the more expensive ones, and the corner shower, which is always nice. You kind of, fit it neatly in the corner there. Works well, especially for diagonal rooms, because the room's shape's kind of funky. Anyway, I went with this tile floor here, which of course looks like it's on a diagonal, but of course the flooring is not. The room's on what's on the diagonal. There, of course, I hit the F1 key instead of escape again. Very common thing. It happens in almost every house because I'm not looking at my keyboard and just hitting escape, and I hit F1 instead, which of course takes you to edit town. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Anyway, there I got my sinks in, and then also the mirror, and getting a little hand towel there, kind of like fitted in between like the little gaps in the mirror there, and also some other towels there by the bathtub, and a medicine cabinet over top the toilet, And I think that's mostly it for this bathroom. I got like a little decorative like tray over here. So it's like a little like storage unit thing that has like some towels on it and stuff, which kind of looks fancy, very classy looking. And I think I got a little bit of art over the towel rack there. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of a painting. How nice. And also a mat on the floor under the sink, or in front of the sinks. Anyway, that's the master bathroom. So it's getting some blinds in the hallway and in that bedroom there. So yeah, this bedroom is kind of meant to be a teen's room. So I'm going to, of course, get some stuff in here. It also has a door that leads out to the back, backyard. So that door there that goes outside goes to the outdoor stairs that lead to the backyard. So that's kind of nice. And of course, there's a separate exit as well off the hallway. So you don't have to go through the bedroom to get to the backyard. You can just do that. Whoever's in this bedroom can go out there if they want to without having to leave the room. But anyway, you can see got this kind of interesting wallpaper in here. This room is kind of a blue and green color scheme, I think. I have this kind of fun bedspread that is like this, I forget what the name of the tree is, but it's like those leaves that like this certain kind of tree has. And also getting in the nightstands here, which I think are from that same store set that I got the couches from. Anyway, here getting in I think she didn't get in a ceiling light, but getting in a dresser here. So there's a dresser as well. So there it is. And yeah, quite nice wardrobe unit there. And there is a desk. So yeah, things are kind of squished in here. I don't know how well this room will function because I did kind of squish things in to fit everything in I wanted. And also because, because it's a diagonal room. So, things are a little funkier, but yeah, I mean, it's what it is. I mean, it should be fine. We'll see. Anyway, getting in some things in here. I got in some like little toy things. I don't know. It's kind of some fun stuff. And also there's the rug as well. So I think that's pretty much it though for that bedroom. Upstairs in the upstairs landing, I got a little runner. And then also this like little bookshelf, which I think is for my high-end loft stuff. I very rarely use things from a high-end loft stuff, which I think was the first stuff pack for The Sims 3. But there's a bookshelf from that set, so there you go. Anyway, this is the upstairs hallway bathroom. So another full bathroom. It has the corner shower there. I went with this very, very dark tile on the wall, which in the screenshots, it kind of just looks like a plain black wall, although it is tile. So, in the certain lighting, I guess it looks better. But here you can see I also have a pebble floor as well, which is kind of interesting. Don't tend to use that very often, but for some reason, I really wanted it in this bathroom. And getting in hand towels there, or shower towels, I don't know, they kind of look small to be like bath towels, but yeah, they're there by the shower anyway. And also a little rug in the bathroom as well, and a little blind on the window. But yeah, I think the last room that we have is this downstairs bedroom. So this is meant to be a kid's room, and it has very nice large windows that overlook the ocean. So you can kind of see the ocean from this room, and has this green color scheme. It's kind of like green and gray. It's kind of the colors of this room. Also, it's a very, very funky shape. So, it is, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I did use the furniture from a store set, which I should know these things probably, but I really don't know what set this is from. But I don't often use it. I think this is honestly probably the first house. The lamp, though, I know I've used before. It's from the same set, though. But like the bed, the nightstand, and the dresser are from the same set, I believe. And I haven't used them before in a Plymouth Isle house build. I think I know I've used them before in general, but not in a Plymouth Isle house. So, I just wanted something different for this room since the Sims 3 base game has so few like modern, furniture sets for bedrooms. I wanted to use this one here. And there's also a couple beanbag chairs over there. I got the Sim City poster, and the Sim City Cities of Tomorrow, I think, is what that poster is for. And that's another little poster there by the dresser, a little toy on it. I got some different things in this room, some various toy items, a little fire truck back there, and I think a lamp on this dresser here. So I didn't have to put a ceiling light in. I kind of just could have the room lit by the lamps. But yeah, and then I also got in the clothes in the closet here. So there you go. And also a rug, I'm sure. So yeah, there's a rug. But yeah, that's the downstairs bedroom, kind of a kid's room there. But yeah, so I think that is it for doing the inside of the house. So I believe what's left is outdoor stuff. So yeah, getting some wood on the outdoor balconies and things. So yeah, there's a lot of outdoor space in this house, which is nice. You have this very large balcony right here. And then there's, of course, the patio, which you'll see, which I put in. And then there's also, balconies in the front, one off the master bedroom there. And then, of course, there's one in the corner, kind of on the first floor by the stairs, and there's one off the living room, and a small one off the also off the living room, I guess, but facing the back. So lots of outdoor space, which is nice. Here's the retaining wall for the backyard, which I also used constrained floor elevation here, so I could make it conform to the shape of the terrain a little bit more, just so it didn't look so strange, because, otherwise it is kind of ugly if it's just like straight up walls. So have it kind of angled downward a little bit, just so it kind of looks a little bit nicer with the terrain and everything. So yeah, just doing that right here. And I believe that's it for the wall there, which is nice. And I have, so I have this nice flat area, so I'm able to kind of use that for a nice outdoor area. I end up actually putting in a trampoline, which I very rarely use. I've only done it or put it in one other house in Plymouth Isle, which I think was Contemporary Cottage. So I put it in that one. But yeah, this house has one too. Probably a little dangerous, considering if you jump off and fall off the trampoline, you kind of fall down the hill. But Sims don't really fall off the trampoline. I don't think they fall off the trampoline. So I don't know. I think it should be fine. So anyway, I was also, what was I just doing there? I don't know. I was not paying attention, but got in just a little bit of a wall topping there, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. Some masonry texture pattern to go on top of the wall. But I also got in a little outdoor eating area. So there's outdoor dining here. And I also get in a grill as well. It's also, there's the air conditioning unit. So that's good to have. And where's the trampoline? It's coming in any moment now. Dun, 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 there it is. Yay. Trampoline. So yeah, that's in the backyard. So kind of a unique object. I don't tend to use it, so it's kind of fun to have. I think that's for ambitions, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, there's a little grill. So you have a little grill there, and you have a little outdoor dining area. And I also put in a lounge chair there. So yeah, just a nice little outdoor space. It's good to have. Especially considering otherwise there wouldn't really be any, there's all the balconies, but there wouldn't really be too much of an outdoor or a backyard, I guess, unless I made that flat area. Anyway, this is the balcony that's right off of the hallway on the second floor. So this has these two lounge chairs and this umbrella over them, which is nice. And then I also got a couple more chairs on this balcony as well over here. So that's kind of just a little extra seating outside. And I also put a couple lounge chairs over here on the balcony off of the master bedroom. And I put a couple more chairs on the balcony off of the living room, just so, it looks like these balconies can be used and they have a purpose. There's furniture on them. There's a little grill that I put out there, which, might not be the safest place to have a grill, but, it's convenient. So there you go. Anyway, getting in the outdoor lighting here. So just putting in different lights by all the doors and stuff and on the balconies, just so it looks nice at night. And also a little electric box over here on the back of the house as well. I always like to include an air conditioner and electric box on my houses because it makes it look more realistic. But anyway, right now I'm just painting in all the areas, all the freeze levels and weird terrain areas black, so it looks nice and kind of, finished off. So you're not seeing those kind of weird areas when you're looking at the inside of the house. So yeah, and I think basically all that I have left to do now is the landscaping. So I'm going to get in all the same bushes and plants and flowers and things that I use in all my houses. So, I'm just doing that right now. And I'm getting some rock, a rock retaining wall here along the area where the terrain was a little steep because, it just kind of finishes it off nicely. And also getting in some more bushes and things. I had to put a lot of bushes around the stairs because the stairs kind of cut into the terrain and I wanted to kind of hide that. So yeah, there are a lot of kind of bushes that run along the stairs down to the front. To get up to the main living space in this house, a lot of stairs. You have to go up these two sets of stairs in the front yard and then a whole flight of stairs once you get inside and then 4 more steps at the top of those stairs. So yeah, a lot of stairs to cover if you want to get up into this house, but just make sure that you have athletic Sims living here who can handle it. But anyway, here just getting in some more plants and stuff, some more bushes and things around the house, also using them to cover some more questionable areas of terrain that might look a little funky. There's also a nice little flower bed here by the back patio. I got a tree in there, makes it look kind of nice. So yeah, just some more bushes and things around here and up here, just smoothing out that corner. And yeah, so, just getting all the same flowers and things I always like to use to make it look nice and finished off. And then of course I'm going to come in with the terrain paint so that it all looks very nice and realistic. But I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to move on to some screenshots very soon once I finish up with this landscaping. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more house design videos I make. And, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a like. And I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And of course, if you want to download this house, you can. There's a link in the description below. I built this house for lot number 42, and there's also a lot map I linked in the description as well, so you can check that out to know where to place it. And if you don't have Plymouth Isle yet, you can download the world. There's a link in the description. And right now, Plymouth Isle only has the community lots included, but once I finish the rest of the houses, I will release a final version with all the houses included as well. This house, well, now that I've finished this house, there's actually only 10 more left, so hopefully it won't take me too much more time to finish up the rest of the houses for the world. I mean, I'm not filling all of the lots. I want to leave some of the lots empty. Most worlds for The Sims 3 have empty lots, so this one will as well, of course. So, my plan is to build 100 lots total, covering residential and community lots. So right now I'm at 90, I believe. If I counted correctly, I should be at 90 right now. So there's 10 more to go to get to 100, which is a crazy amount of lots. It's including houses and community lots. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the screenshots, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day.